This episode of the Golf Guru Show is brought to you by InVeedHemp.com. As golfers, you know the game creates wear and tear on your body and mind. InVeed CBD products can organically rejuvenate you. They come in 3 varieties: Relief, Clarity, and Relax. Relief CBD products help relieve pain. Clarity allows you to focus on those critical shots. And Relax CBD products are for those anxious golf moments. Right now, I've got an incredible special for you. Go to InVeedHemp.com and use the promo code GURU20 for a 20% discount for life.
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
You know how to cut to the core of me, Baxter. You're so wise. But like a miniature Buddha covered in hair.
I want to become a guru so girls will like me. Then I will like myself.
Now, before we do this, let's go over the ground rules. Rule number 1, no touching of the hair or face.
Of course.
And that's it! Now let's do this!
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Golf Guru Show. I'm your host, Jason Sutton, and I am the Guru. On today's show, I've got another fun little open forum sidebar chat with my good friend Jeff Smith. Jeff was one of the feature presenters with our other friend James Hong this year, talking about junior golf and player development. He is a fantastic coach, has a long bio, just a little intro for him. He's the director of instruction at Sagamore Golf Club in Noblesville, Indiana, and also the director of instruction at Timbergate Golf Club in Edinburgh, Indiana. He is originally from the Carolinas, which is where we got to know each other a long time ago. He was at one of the golf courses here close to actually where I live. But he is a Bioswing Dynamics Level 2 certified instructor, does a ton of presentations and work for those guys with Mike Adams and E.A. Tisler. He is a KVest Level 2 certified instructor, Smart to Move certified instructor, Foresight Sports Peak certified instructor, and does a ton of club fitting as well. And he is also ranked by Golf Digest as the #1 coach in Indiana. So once again, just a stud teacher that you're going to start to hear a lot more about here in the coming future. If you haven't already, you've been under a rock. So at some point we're going to get to a long form interview. We actually had one scheduled prior to the show that I got sick, then he got sick, so we had to cancel it. So that's coming very shortly. And we're also staying together in the condo. So I am excited to bring you this last short brief chat with my good friend Jeff Smith. Enjoy. All right, open forum part 6. Jeff Smith, how you doing, buddy?
I'm awesome. I'm having a great time,
dude. I'm so proud of you, man. You just up on stage, killing it. First time on the open forum.
Yeah, on this stage, yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah. To think about it, there's been other times I've been up speaking and get the radio show. It's like
you do a lot of speaking, but this is kind of a big deal, right?
It's a bigger thing, right? Because you're looking out and you're looking at all your peers and your friends. And you're looking at them dead in the eyes. I saw where you were standing in the back of the room looking at me going, yeah, that's good.
Absolutely.
But here's the thing, is if you're comfortable talking about what it is, and granted we're talking about player development, and all of us are good at that.
Yeah.
Right? So it wasn't like it was a stretch. I wasn't up there trying to present some information that I had, that I created or came up with or perfected or became an expert at that no one else is good at.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different, but just talking about stuff we do all the time. That's easy.
Did you have some good feedback afterwards? People coming up to you?
For the most part,
yeah.
There was a couple guys who gave me a rash of, a little hard time. That's okay.
Yeah.
Because that's just what we do with each other.
It's all part of this week, right?
Well, they know it. Everything goes both ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'll get them back.
There'll be a time and a place.
And your little buddy Hunger. I mean, I tell you, one of the most difficult things to do is like a dual presentation. You guys were like such clockwork up there.
Well, you think about it. We didn't prepare like a lot of people think we would have prepared.
Yeah.
We planned on what we were going to say. We talked a couple of times, and I showed him what I wanted to say under certain headings at certain times, and then he wanted to interject certain things at certain times, and we just kind of looked at each other and said, "Yeah, go ahead."
That was great. Yeah, I mean, it looked like you guys had like rehearsed it.
Not at all.
Multiple times, which I mean, it's a huge compliment because it's not. Those are the most difficult because you don't know when that person's going to say something. You're kind of the timing of it, I guess, could be difficult.
Right.
You guys made it look easy.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we had a good time with that, and there's so many people that I wanted to kind of involve in that. If we could get a shot at it where we had more than 20 minutes. But I understand the format of the open forum does not really lend itself to doing that because they got a great docket. I mean, how do they figure out who's to speak? What are they going to speak on? How much time? There's so many great golf pros in this country that come here that all have something great to contribute. So they got to start snipping it down on time.
Yeah.
You've been up in front of crowds like this, and you know that you go, all right, I know what I really could go off for a long time on, but I also know that there's so much more to it that I probably ought to broad brush this and instead of going specific. So that's what we chose to do.
So I know we're going to do a long form interview at some point.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a quick hitter, but
yeah.
For the couple of people that don't know who you are, give them just a quick bio of sort of your career and like how you got here, and then we'll do the rapid fire questions.
Okay. So I've been teaching golf for 25 years. I started off in North Carolina teaching golf, and as you know, had been in the Carolinas for a decade. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Moved to Indiana, take a head golf professional job at a private club, general manager, stuff like that. And then I said, okay, I'm done with that. I got to teach. This is my thing. I got to teach. So I started my own teaching business, and get lucky. I've got a lot of great players, a lot of people that I helped come along the way, helped some people. Even one guy makes it to the tour, actually wins this year. Got another guy.
Do you want to give that name out or no?
Well, no, it's all right.
All right.
It's
All right,
about
cool.
him, his thing.
That's cool.
He won it at Sea Island, though, this year, so it was good. And but I got another guy who has now just got his PGA Tour Latino card, and that's great. And then I got two other professionals that have all come out of this little town in Columbus, Indiana. So I think there's something in the water there, right?
Definitely.
Not sure what it is, but there's something in the water in Columbus. And, this last fall, I got honored by my peers in Golf Digest magazine. They ranked me the #1 teacher in the state.
Yep.
It still blows my mind that my peers thought about that.
25-year overnight success.
Yeah, that's about right. And then just a few weeks ago, I got I guess it was about a week ago. I got the nod that they gave me the Indiana PGA Teacher of the Year award, and we all know that's a big deal. You got it in the Carolina section, and that's even a bigger deal because that's the biggest section in the country. More golf pros in that section in North and South Carolina than anybody anywhere else, and they pointed at you saying, "Okay, you're the dude, right?" That's got to be the bigger honor than anything else that you've got because the scope of that, because there's so many great teachers in the Carolinas.
Yeah.
And for them to recognize you, that means you did some great work. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Props off to you, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, so ready?
Yeah,
all right,
let's go.
So, favorite drill for a path that's too far left?
Wow. I love this. Okay, if it's too far left, what we're going to be looking at is see if I can drill it, right? Let's do a reverse loop. Let's see if we can take it to the outside, swing it in, fire it on the outside. I love to see if a path's too far left, up at the top of the swing, I love to see the right shoulder go way back, and then that loop, if they do the loop correctly, outside, reverse loop it, and then go in, and then we'll see the club head fire straight out in front of them.
Sure.
That's the drill that I like the best.
All right, the opposite, path that's too far to the right.
Oh,
drill
man.
for that.
Okay, so you would think that I would instantly go the opposite of that, but it's really not. The one that's going too far to the left, there's an awful lot of times where I like to see, all right, or too far to the right, excuse me.
Too far to the right.
All right, so let's get the club stood up a little bit, and let's see if we can feel like we're swinging right straight down our body line with a hard turn toward the target. And that will pull the club in. And so it gives the feel of a cut swing if it's going the other way. So we're always trying to reverse the thing that got them in trouble.
Absolutely.
So that's the one I like the best for that.
All right, best drill for improving low point.
Ooh, I like this one because I like talking about landing spot, which also directly affects low point.
Low area, you can call it whatever, right?
Right. So what I like to do is when they're there, if we're outside, I'm going to take a little broken tee and I'm going to stick it in the ground and I'm going to move it forward and then I'm going to move it forward and I'm going to move it forward.
So it's like an intention drill,
That's right. It is.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm making them focus. I'm going to say, I don't care what happens here, but you're going to get that tee. I want you to land on it. I want you to tear it out of the ground. But if I'm inside my studio in the wintertime, we're going to hit pennies. Because
I like that. I use chalk.
Yeah. Chalk's great because it's it's on the surface, right?
Yeah.
Chalk has feedback, right? Dust flies up. You can, pennies have feedback because you're beating the snot out of these things. They're all busted up, right? But they can feel it, they can hear it, they can sense it. All those things are great. So that's what I like for landing spot / moving low point forward.
Cool. What would you be doing? What job would you be doing if you weren't teaching golf?
Oh boy. I'd probably be teaching skiing, downhill skiing. I love it. If somebody gave me...
But you'd be teaching something probably, right?
Sure, well, it's kind of my thing, right?
Yeah.
If somebody gave me one day to live, said, you got all the money in the world, what are you going to go do? I'm going downhill skiing.
Interesting.
I am.
What pisses you off?
People who don't want to do what they're doing and be miserable about it. That pisses me off that they don't make a better decision to do that. So that's probably it.
Tell me or tell the listeners something interesting that no one would know about you.
Okay. That no one would know?
Yeah.
Even my wife?
Let's go. Let's get it.
All right.
Jump in, both feet.
That's a tough thing to admit, but I'll tell you what. I really, really like playing basketball. My wife doesn't know that. I like it. I used to do it all the time, and I want to do it, but my body won't let me anymore because I'm holding fat. Right? But nobody knows that because I just don't do it anymore.
So what absurd habit or behavior do you love besides that? Yeah, this will be like another.
Do I love to do? Well, outside of the downhill skiing,
just something like odd or what somebody would consider sort of strange, Come on.
All right.
Get over the edge.
All right. I'm a headbanger. All right. You want
metal?
I want some metal. I want speed metal. All right. I like Nickelback.
I love it.
All right. I like that stuff.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So there's people who don't know that about me either. So now they do. Now they do.
Good.
But I want to jam. That's my thing.
All right. If you had one last meal on this planet, what would it be?
Oh, it's steak. I want a big stinking ribeye. I want it medium well. I want that. I like some baked potatoes. I'm a pretty Midwestern guy with that. It's
steak
no frills, no frills with me. But man, that thing better taste good. So porterhouse is okay. It's big.
All right, last one.
All right.
So if you had to get a message out to the world and put it on a billboard, metaphorically speaking, of course, what would it say and why?
Any message?
It could be a quote. It could be a saying, mantra, life lesson, whatever. Doesn't matter what it is. You can have multiple billboards too, by the way.
I would limit it to just this. Nothing should stop you from doing what you want. If it's legal, moral, nothing should stop you. Don't let yourself stop. Just go.
Love it, man. You're beautiful. You're the best.
Thanks, brother.
You got it.
All right.
Tell everybody how they can get a hold of you if they want to follow you on social, your platforms, website.
All right. So
time to plug.
Website, planeandsimplegolf.com, PLANE, like swing plane, right? And simplegolf.com. They can get a hold of me at jmspga@pga.com. I got a Facebook page of Plain and Simple Golf School on Facebook. Get a hold of me there. All right. Awesome. At JMSPGA on Twitter, although I don't tweet much. That's it.
You're the best, man. Appreciate your time.
All right, brother. Thanks.
What's up, everybody? Guru back here again just for a couple of brief announcements before you go. Again, thanks for Jeff Smith for popping by the booth. He's so humble and he's like, I don't want to take up, too much of anybody else's time, but it's always a pleasure to spend time with top coaches like Jeff, and that's why I enjoy his company and his friendship. So follow this guy online at JMSPGA on Twitter and on Instagram. And if you can't find them, then something's just wrong with you. So appreciate that. Also, make sure you follow me on the gram and Twitter at Golf Guru TV. And then also thank you for our sponsors, NVhemp.com. And make sure you use the promo code GURU20 for that 20% discount for life. Go download the Golf Guru app, as it has been a price break, and you can get it for less than $20 a month, which is a massive value, I think. Music is by Kevin MacLeod and Zach Mullet. And then, as I always leave you with, go study, go practice, and then go teach. And then guess what? Go pass it on. I'll talk to you next time. Thank you so much for listening.